why you should never put your bag where airlines tell you to, the 2025 secret in-flight theft epidemic. Imagine this. You carefully place your carry-on exactly where the flight crew directs, lean back for takeoff, and then, upon landing, you realize you've lost thousands of dollars without even noticing. Behind the smiles and safety demonstrations, airlines have created the perfect treasure map for organized thieves who target high-value routes, strike mid-flight, and disappear before the seatbelt sign turns off. On one Scoot flight this year, over $23,000 vanished row by row because passengers followed the official baggage instructions. If you continue to trust those guidelines, you're essentially wrapping your valuables in a bow for the professionals. Stick with me, and I'll reveal a simple airline-proof trick that keeps everything you own in your hands, not theirs. Let's dive into it. The overnight flight trap. Many travelers book red-eye flights thinking they'll save money and arrive refreshed. What airlines won't tell you is that overnight flights create the perfect hunting ground for thieves. Here's the truth. Darkness, sleeping passengers, and sleep aids form a criminal's paradise. A recent investigation uncovered a passenger who deliberately booked red-eye flights to target travelers asleep. He was eventually caught after stealing nearly $1,000 in cash from several passengers, all while they slept peacefully, trusting that the airline's security would keep them safe. Those early morning departures, like at 6 a.m., are equally perilous. Passengers stumble onto planes groggy and disoriented, often rushing after oversleeping. Your alertness is at rock bottom, and thieves are well aware of this. Early mornings are also when airport staff switch shifts, meaning fewer eyes are watching the cabin during boarding. Pro tip: if you must take an overnight flight, avoid relying on sleep aids and opt for an aisle seat, where you can keep an eye on anyone approaching your row. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Certain types of flights are far more likely to be targeted than others. Why international flights are theft magnets. International flights account for nearly 70% of all in-flight theft incidents. Why is that? International travelers tend to carry more cash, more valuables, and more important documents than those flying domestically. Thieves know that you're more likely to have your passport, foreign currency, expensive electronics, and emergency cash all in one place. The longer flight times provide thieves with more opportunities while you sleep, and international travelers are more inclined to use sleep aids. The confusion factor also plays into criminals' hands. Different languages, unfamiliar customs, and jet lag create the perfect distractions while they work. Airlines know passengers are often too disoriented to notice suspicious activity until it's too late. Pro tip: on international flights, spread your valuables across several secured spots on your body, not in bags or pockets that others could access. Think that's bad? Wait until you discover the 3 danger zones every flight has. The 3 phases of flight. When thieves strike, the most airlines have pinpointed 3 critical phases when thefts surge, but they'd rather not advertise this information for fear of scaring passengers. Phase 1. Initial boarding, 40% of thefts. The chaos of boarding provides perfect cover. While you're looking for your seat and scrambling for overhead bin space, thieves are already at work. They pretend to be searching for their seat while they're actually scoping out victims and rifling through overhead bins. The boarding process is designed for efficiency, not for security. Phase 2. Meal service. A flight attendant from a major U.S. airline told executive traveler that thieves wait deliberately for the meal service to strike. As passengers put their valuables aside to eat and focus on their food, they let their guard down completely. Airlines are well aware of this vulnerability, but fail to warn passengers. Phase 3. Deplaning. After landing, everyone is preoccupied with making connections or exiting quickly. The chaos of people standing, grabbing their bags, and moving about creates prime conditions for theft. The most dangerous part is that if something is stolen just before deplaning, you might not notice until both you and the thief are already off the plane. Pro tip: stay hyper-aware during these 3 phases and keep your most valuable items physically attached to your body at all times. The underseat scam airlines. Don't warn you about airlines aggressively promote stowing your personal items under the seat in front of you. It's even a requirement by the FAA during takeoff and landing. What they conveniently leave out is that thieves have perfected techniques to access these bags without you ever knowing. Here's their method. The passenger in front of you can quietly reach down between their legs and slip their hand under the seat, right where your bag is. They can unzip side pockets and grab cash, passports, or phones without moving your bag enough for you to notice. Someone walking down the aisle or sitting next to you can do the same while you're sleeping, distracted, or in the restroom. Airlines are aware this happens but continue pushing underseat storage because it maximizes overhead bin revenue and keeps aisles clear. They prioritize operational efficiency over your security. Pro tip: use zipper clips or small locks. Thieves target quick and easy access. After takeoff, pull your bag behind your legs where no one can reach it. The overhead bin illusion of security airlines love to advertise overhead bins as secure storage, but in reality, they're prime targets for seasoned thieves. While you sit comfortably, distracted, criminals pretend to rummage through their own bags while deftly rifling through yours. Soft-sided rolling suitcases and carry-ons with external pockets are particularly vulnerable. Thieves can quickly swipe valuables from side compartments in mere seconds, especially during the chaotic boarding process or the rush to deplane after landing. Airlines purposely place overhead bins directly above your head so that you can't monitor them. A decision made for space efficiency, not your convenience. This creates a blind spot that thieves take full advantage of. Pro tip: store your bag across the aisle where you can keep an eye on it, not directly overhead. Always use locks on every compartment and avoid placing valuables in external pockets. The seatback pocket trap. That everyone falls for airlines offers seatback pockets for your convenience. But in reality, these pockets are open invitations for thieves. These seemingly innocent spaces are completely exposed to anyone walking down the aisle or sitting nearby. Criminals can easily slip their hands in to grab your belongings while pretending to steady themselves during turbulence or on their way to the restroom. What makes this so insidious is that we often use these pockets without a second thought, mindlessly stashing phones, passports, or wallets there before heading to the bathroom. Airlines are fully aware that items frequently go missing from seatback pockets, but they continue to promote this storage method because it boosts passenger satisfaction. Plus, if you forget something, it's unlikely you'll ever get it back. Flight attendants only perform quick checks between flights, so your lost item is often claimed by the cleaning crew or the next passenger. Pro tip: never store anything valuable in the seatback pocket. Instead, use a crossbody bag, jacket pocket, or anti-theft travel clothing with hidden compartments that stay securely attached to your body. The visual theft airlines pretend doesn't exist. While airlines fixate on restrictions like liquid limits and shoe removal, they completely ignore the issue of visual theft, and it's costing passengers thousands. When you're working on your laptop, typing in passwords, or checking sensitive personal information, the person sitting next to you can easily see everything. Visual hacking is alarmingly common on planes where passengers are packed in tightly. Criminals book flights specifically to steal personal and financial data that holds far more value than physical items. They're after passwords, account numbers, social security details, and passport information that can be used for identity theft, worth thousands of dollars. Airlines could easily address this by recommending privacy practices or selling privacy screens, but they'd rather avoid acknowledging the issue altogether. They prefer to keep passengers feeling secure and unaware of the risks. Pro tip: use biometric logins like Face ID whenever possible, and invest in privacy screen filters for your devices. Be mindful of what's visible when entering sensitive personal information. How airlines turn you into a thief. Here's the ultimate secret about airlines. They've designed their service in a way that encourages you to unknowingly steal from them, and they're counting on it. Airlines report that passengers often steal thousands of dollars worth of property without even realizing it. The most commonly stolen items include blankets and pillows meant to stay on the plane, headphones, airline property unless you've paid for them, life vests, a serious safety violation with potential fines, safety cards, magazines, and cutlery from meal service. Airlines intentionally make these items feel like freebies or souvenirs, hoping you'll take them. The truth is, if you walk off the plane with that blanket or fork, it's technically theft, and the airline can pursue charges if they choose. This psychological manipulation serves multiple purposes. It makes you feel like you're getting more for your money, justifies their pricing model, and gives them legal leverage if needed. Pro tip: if you didn't specifically pay for an item or weren't told it's yours to keep, leave it on the plane. don't give airlines any ammunition to use against you. So, which of these theft tactics shocked you the most? Have you ever been a victim of in-flight theft, or worse, accidentally walked off with something that wasn't yours? Drop a comment below and share your story. And don't miss our guide on the common mistakes everyone makes with carry-on travel. You'll uncover even more ways airlines manipulate the rules to their advantage, leaving travelers confused and frustrated. If this video opened your eyes to the hidden tricks of the airline industry, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more insider travel secrets they don't want you to know. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest exposés. As always, safe travels. And smarter travels too.